48, well under 2 hours and 16 minutes. Take a bow, Nitendra Singh Rawat.
Well, here is the leader in that women's race, and how she deserves this does little Worknesh Alemu, the 29-year-old Ethiopian. She ground Amani Gobena, her compatriot, remember, into the dust, into the road, back on Pedder Road, working hard up that hill. And despite the assistance of Namo, Kedir Namo, the personal pacemaker for Amani Gobena, who is the defending champion, she had her day of days last year here in Mumbai. This is a fantastic form from little Worknesh Alemu. And she is small, but I like the way she moves. She's got a good bounce to her stride, good fluid stride, nicely proportioned. And the arms flailing backwards and forwards across the torso. Well, some coaches will criticise that a little bit as untidy form, but I'll tell you what, not many athletes maintain tidy form in the latter stages of a marathon, and this has been a hard day of racing for little Alemu. Yeah, a grimace there.
Personal best of 2:26.50 for Alemu. Trains in the Sendafa area, just northeast of Addis Ababa. Worknesh Alemu from Ethiopia.
Rather fascinatingly, the last time she ran a half marathon was back in 2012. So what, 7 years ago now, 73:14 she ran. That remains her best for a half marathon. She could clearly go much, much faster because 73:14 is a long way outside world class. She hasn't done one since. 7 years since she last ran a half marathon. So many of these athletes today that are on display here in Mumbai are tearing up the rule book. You know, you look at Lagat and the fact that he only runs one marathon a year, that he doesn't run half marathons as part of his preparation. And here we have what looks to be the women's winner, Worknesh Alemu, and she doesn't run half marathons as part of her preparation.
But I can tell you something, it's been a good year for her 2018 because her previous personal best was outside 2:30, and twice in 2018, Tim, she's broken her personal best. First she did it in Barcelona, 2:28.19, and then broke that again in Frankfurt, even though she was placed 12th, but she broke her personal best again, which now stands at 2:26.50 at the Frankfurt Marathon 2018. Where's it going to be in context today? She's at 2:19.12, and how close to that personal best, Tim, are you reckoning she's going to be?
Well, I think she's going to break her personal best by about a minute. I mean, she was 2:17.51, I'm being told, at 40k. 2:17.51 at 40k equates to about 2:25.30. Her personal best is 2:26.50. She could well run a personal best here by about a minute and 20 seconds. And in these conditions, can't overemphasize it, that is worth another minute or two.
And I think if you have to give her credit, breaking your personal best 3 times inside 12 months pretty much is a wonderful achievement indeed. Barcelona to Frankfurt, and if it happens now, it will be Mumbai. 3rd time personal best broken inside 12 months for Worknesh Alemu from Ethiopia.
Well, rather cruelly perhaps for the athletes who are still out on the roads, many of them with many kilometres to go, don't forget. The sun has broken out. That's the brightest sun I think we've seen in about the last 3 days. Such has been the haze over the city. But Alemu here almost takes it as a signal, doesn't she? She takes that left turn and starts running away from the ocean, away from Marine Drive to accelerate. She's moving really well. Maybe she's getting a bit of information about the time she's heading for. Maybe the adrenaline is pumping a little bit more strongly through those veins now that she knows she's heading for a big personal best. And it does help. You know, if you're in a race and you're having a good run, a competitive race against world-class opposition, and you're winning, and you realise you've got a great payday in front of you, there are so many factors coming into your brain which are positive, 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 into your heart. It does help make the adrenaline pump, and it does put that little extra bounce in your stride.
5 minutes and 45 seconds if she has to beat her personal best from this point onwards. Worknesh Alemu, now with the sun out at its strongest. Couldn't blame Nitendra Singh Rawat for running in sunglasses, could you? It is bright out there, but so is the future of this young lady.
Well, this will be her biggest win by any standards. She did win in Rabat in Morocco back in 2017 with 2:30. But this is going to be a lot quicker than that. A much richer win. A much more characterful win. Because she will seldom have come up against opposition of the calibre of Gobena and Mekash and Ganemo, athletes who have broken 2:25 before today. Workner Shalemu's best was only just inside 2:27 before today, but well, we're predicting she's going to break her personal best by over a minute. Let's hope she does. She deserves it the way she's run. And how fitting is it that in the toughest of events, the longest Olympic distance, Gautam, both the winner of the men's race and the winner of the women's race have taken the bull by the horns from early on in the race, so to speak, compared with how often it pans out. Several kilometres from home, they've both thrown the gauntlet down, stormed into the lead and run away from their pursuers.
And I think extra credit for Alemu, because at that critical juncture when she made that move to the front, she had two competitors. One, the pacer, and her nearest competitor, which of course was Amane Gobena. But she fought them both off, left Gobena behind. Yes, here she was struggling slightly, but still, full credit to her for staying in front and now looking like she's going to be beating her personal best of 2:26.50.
Well, the course record, 2:24.33, is a minute and a half away. I think that will be beyond her. But she's not going to be far outside it. And she's giving everything here. She rises up onto the steel plating there, which is covering one of the sections of works for the new subway system being drilled through the underground land of Mumbai. How that's going to change the city and how this run is going to change her career. $45,000. Say it slowly with all those zeros. It's a lovely sound, isn't it?
And if you can translate that to respective local currencies, there are a lot more zeros to be added to that. Certainly fully deserved for this wonderful athlete from Ethiopia. She won in Rabat with a timing of 2:30.04 back in 2017. Then in Barcelona, she was third with 2:28.19. Broke that personal best again a few months later in Frankfurt with 2:26.50, and it looks like she could do it again. Under 500 meters to go, approaching the 400-meter marker, 2:24.15. It's going to be a bit of a sprint now if she has to break that personal best of hers. The course record, 2:24.33, is going to be passed roundabout now with 400 meters to go.
Well, she's got about a minute of running to go then, so it is still going to be a big, big personal best for her. 2:25.30, I think I said, and she's going to be pretty much on that one. The title here in Mumbai is going to remain in the hands of an Ethiopian. Last year, Amane Gobena winning in 2:25.49. I think she's going to be inside that. Prior to that in 2017, Bornes Kitur winning in 2:29.02. Of course, the race was won twice consecutively by Mulu Seboka back in 2005 and 2006. Indeed, only twice has this title been won by non-East Africans. The inaugural title was won by Urgia of Poland back in 2004, and then in 2007, the Chinese Yang Fengjia took the title. But this is a title for the little Ethiopian. Workner Shalemu breaks into a smile as she comes towards the finish line. Look at the clock, 2:25.30 now. Her personal best at the moment is 2:26.50.